good morning. It is Friday, July 26th. And in my neck of the woods, it feels like a fall day. It was 50 some odd degrees when my husband woke up this morning. Can you even believe that? But it's gorgeous. It's absolutely gorgeous. And it's going to get nicer as the day. The sky is blue, the sun is out, no clouds. So it's all good. So anyway, we're going to have some fun stamping in a couple seconds as soon as it turns 10 o'clock. And welcome everybody. Let's see where we are. Almost there. I got a really cute new card to show you too. I don't know if any of you follow Susan Campfield, but she's an incredible demonstrator with great ideas, and she's come up with a really cute, well, I don't know if it's her idea or not. Maybe it is, I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to take a swig of water. And it's 10 o'clock. Good morning, good morning, good morning. It is fun stamping on Friday, July 26th. So let me just bring in, oh, here you are. There you are. There are the cards that we're going to make today. We're going to make a sympathy card, and we're going to make Christmas card number 3. This is our third week, July, Christmas in July, and this is the third week of making Christmas cards, and so here it is. So I think what I'm first going to do is I'm going to start with this. Good morning, Kathy. Thank you for popping on. Let me just say hi to everybody. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Nice to see you. Nice to have you on board. Okay, so let's go back over to the card, and I am going to take, now yesterday or in my newsletter I said that first of all, this one was done with Lost Lagoon. The base card is white, and then a layer of Lost Lagoon and Lost Lagoon ink with some black. And then I just stamped on the inside as well. But today I'm going to use, yes, thank you, Jan. Hi, good morning, good morning, good morning. And so I'm going to use Moody Mauve, because you could make 5 or 6 of these, put them in a box and give them to somebody, because we always need sympathy cards. And that's why I'm doing it, because someone said to me, we really need to do some sympathy cards. So I said, okay. So let me get this out of the way. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take a piece of white, basic white cardstock, and I am going to stamp my images. Now, let me just bring in the sample. First of all, I don't know if you can see it. Well, I can see here, but I don't know if you can see it on camera. But what I did was I scored 5 lines on this layer. But you have to, what I would recommend is to do the scoring after you've got your stamping done, because sometimes it's hard to stamp on top of either an embossed folder or something like this scoring. So let's just do that. Let me get my ink here, and here is my Moody Mauve, and here is my stamp, and I'm using the stamp from Thoughtful Wishes. I love this set. It's really pretty. Mrs. Riapelli, good morning. Good morning. Welcome from Florida. Thank you so much for joining me. I know it was, nice of you to get up so early for me. But anyway, here we go. So this is the stamps that I use, Thoughtful Wishes, and it's got some dies that go with it. I'm not using the dies today, just that stamp set. I'm keeping this really, really simple. All right, so I shall take my ink pad and my stamp, and I'm going to stamp, whoops, let me get this out of the way here. Okay, there we go. I'm going to stamp this on here like this, and easy. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? Easy. And then while I've got this out, I'm also going to get my envelope, which is right here, and I'm going to stamp the envelope like that and that and that. Actually, you know what? I kind of like this image, this softer image. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp this again on and stamp it off like that. Oh, yeah. Perfect. Okay. Now that's done. So let me put this away, because you know how I am with messy ink. Now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my sympathy messages. And this, what I've done is I've actually used 2. I've used Peaceful Moments, using this one, and then this is an oldie but a goodie. This is Heartfelt Sympathy, and I like the messages in this, so I'm going to use one of those. So first of all, let me get this one that says With Deepest Sympathy, and I'm going to come in and stamp it just like that. Okay, then the next thing I'm going to do is take the inside of my card. Here is my base. Of course, it's already cut and scored, so let me just fold it Talk about easy and fast. These whip up in no time. All right, then on the inside of this card, I'm going to take this message, and I like this. It says, well, let me stamp it first, and we'll read it. Oops. There we go. I really should be using my Stamparatus for this, but it's okay. I'm pretty good with eyeballing it. And this says, remembering the life of someone so special and sending thoughts of sympathy and peace. So that's the inside. And then I am going to take my image again, which I should have done when I had it out, but I'm going to just take this and I'm going to stamp it off and then stamp it on. All right, how easy is this? So let me close that up. Then I'm going to take my image and I'm going to take my scorer. And now I'm going to add the scoring. Now on the original card right here, what I did was I scored, and these are concave score lines, as you would be scoring to fold to make the base of a card. But what I'm going to do this time is I'm going to make them convex. So in order to do that, I'm going to take this and I'm going to flip it over, and then I'm going to come in and start at, well, it's actually 3 3/4 on the left. So I'm going to make a score line there. Then I'm going to come over another 1/4 of an inch. I'm going to come over another 1/4 of an inch. You could do as many as you want. You could do, 3, 5, whatever. I'm going to do 5 like that. So then when I turn it over, it looks like this. Now can you see that? The difference between this one, the concave, and the convex. It doesn't matter. You can do whatever you want. It's just how your eyeball decides that it looks good. So having said that, and I just dropped my score tool, I'm such a messy person. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some adhesive on this. And voila. How is it in British Columbia, Jan? What's your temperature up there today? Okay, there we go. Let me put that on like that. And secure it. And then I'm going to put some more adhesive on this layer. How is it out there, temperature-wise? I think it's getting close to 70 or something here. I don't know, but it's gorgeous. All right, and then here is my base. And hey, Nancy, good morning, good morning, good morning. And here we, you know what? Let me measure this. This looks like this is not the right measurement. Oh, it is. It is. Pay no attention. My eyeball just thought it was a little bit off, and it's not. Okay, so there we go here. And here is the card. Talk about easy. Isn't that easy? Cool 55. Yeah, that's what we started out with here too. But it's getting warmer. Okay, so here it is. Isn't that beautiful? Simple, easy, fast, and a very appropriate card. So that's the sympathy card. So anyone who comes to my class next week will be able to make whatever color combination you want. Okay, now let's get back to our Christmas card. Christmas dealing, oh, the wildfires, yes, I saw that. Are you affected by that, Jan? I hope not. When my daughter lived in California, they were affected by the wildfires too. It was awful. I mean, she would wake up some mornings and she'd have an inch of ash on her cars. It was awful. I hope you're safe. Okay, so here we go. This is Christmas in July card number 3. So I used a combination of things. I used the Very Cute stamp set. I used that for the message, Merry Christmas. Then what's this say? A Whimsical Trees. And I used the die, I'll show you that in a minute, out of this set. And then I used this message in this set, which was Very Best Occasions. Good morning, Betty. How are you today, my friend? So let me just take this and pull it aside and get started here. So the first thing we're going to need is the base, which is Garden Green. And it's already been cut and scored. And now I'm going to fold it like this and give this a good crisp fold like this. Then the next thing I did was took a piece of real red cardstock, and then I took the Designer Series paper, which I absolutely love. These are called painted prints, I think. And look at how cute these little reindeer are. Look at how sweet those are. My daughter Beth is in a oh no, everything packed. Oh God, and it's smoky there. Bad for breathing. I'm so sorry. My thoughts are with all of you out there. I hope it gets better very quickly. So, so traumatic having fires like that. It's awful. Oh, we have so much to be grateful for. Oh, I hope you're okay. I hope you're not affected too much by this terrible, terrible smoke. Oh, it's awful. All right, so let's get this going. Let's put this piece on, and I'm going to orient this to the right-hand side of this layer. This is a layer of real red, which is actually, instead of 5 1/4 by 4, this is 5 3/8 by 4 1/8, just to give it a little bit of interest. And now I'm going to take the stripe piece, and I'm going to add this to the left-hand side, like this. Love this paper. This is old. It's retired. I have a lot of it, so I thought, well, let's use it. All right, let's bring this out just a little bit more, a smidgen more. I actually cut the piece with the reindeer a little too wide, but that's okay. There we go. Okay, perfect. There we go. And then I took a piece of red ribbon. This is, I don't even know what this is from. It's ribbon, it's retired, but I have lots of red ribbon. You could use whatever color ribbon you have, white, green, whatever. You wouldn't even have to put ribbon on if you didn't want. But I'm going to put it on, and I'm going to hide this seam with the ribbon. So I'm going to put it on like this, and put it on like this. Make it sure it's nice and taut, and it's completely onto that little piece of adhesive. And now I'm going to put this onto the base of the card. And I always put a little bit of extra adhesive right over the ribbon just to make sure it stays and it doesn't get loose. Blah, 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 blah. You know how that goes. Okay, like that. Okay, now here is my base, and I'm just going to put it on like this. Easy, easy, easy. And you can see, because this layer is just a little bit larger than my usual 5 1/4 by 4, but you just have a little tiny bit of the green coming through, which I kind of like. Okay, so the next thing I did was I took the die from the Whimsical Trees. I took this one. How cute is that? So that is the die that I wanted to use. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my Tombow glue, my wet glue, green glue, lots of people call it different things, and I'm just going to put little dots of glue hither and yon. Now you don't have to cover the whole thing, and you have to I have to kind of be careful because green glue dries dry, but it's tacky when it dries. So if you have a spot that it oozes out of, you've got to make sure you've got to get that off. And I found the best way to do that is if it oozes out, I just take a baby wipe very quickly and wipe that area, because you don't want it to, you don't want to have tackiness on outside of the area, because then what's going to happen is it's going to be tacky. I love the way you use ribbon. Thanks, Jan. Okay, so now I'm going to put it on like this, and I'm just going to press it down, and I'm going to make sure there's no ooze. If there's ooze, I'm going to get my baby wipe out, because if you had ooze, like if you had ooze that popped out right here, and when it dried, it would be tacky, and then it would stick to the envelope. So you don't want that. So there, that's good like that. Now what I didn't do on my sample, but what I'm going to do here is I'm going to get my Winky out, and I'm going to wink this. Now I probably could have, or probably should have, winked this before I adhered it to the front of the card, but that's okay. I'm being careful. I just want to get the tree winked. I don't want to get the reindeer, the subtle reindeer. How cute. Look at them prancing around. Can't you just see them prancing in the snow? One year, when we had a lot of snow in our backyard, we have a pool in our backyard, and we have a gate around the pool. And one year, the snow came and it froze the gate shut. So I froze the gate opened. And one morning, Jack and I woke up, and on the pool cover, which was covered with a foot of snow or whatever, were 3 reindeers, 3 little deers, a mommy and 2 babies. Oh, it was so cute. And they were just in there walking around on top of the pool cover. And, you know, they came in, obviously, because the gate was open. It was frozen open. So anyway, that was kind of cute. So I'm partial to deer. We don't get deer often like we used to. When we first moved, we used to get a lot. But now there's a lot of development. Of course, you're going to use Winky. Yes. Okay, so that's done. So now the next thing is I took the message, Merry Christmas, I stamped it in red, put it on a piece of white cardstock, and then I backed it with a piece of real red. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take my dimensionals, and I'm going to add 3 dimensionals. You could do how many you want, 3, 2, whatever. And I'm going to put this on, and then I'm going to put this on right here, and I'm just going to overlap it a little to the left of the ribbon and keep it with inside the parameter of the base right here. Okay, so that's that. Then the next thing I'm going to do is I punched out a metallic shimmer star. Not scar, star. Oh, Barbara, you know, you gotta laugh. And I'm going to take a mini glue dot and put this on right there. And now I'm just going to put this at the top of the tree like this. Okay. All right, there's that. Then the next thing I'm going to do is I took the message that says, may your days be happy, your heart be light, your Christmas merry, and the new year bright. I love that saying. I think that's really cute. So that's going to be on the inside. So allow me to put some adhesive on this, like this. And don't forget, while I'm talking here, don't forget, bonus days are still in existence for a few more days. So any order that is a $50 equates a $50 product order, you're going to get a bonus coupon that you can use next month. And they add up, especially if you're thinking in terms of stocking up on supplies. This is a time when I stock up on adhesives or ink refills or whatever I need. But anyway, there's that. There's the inside. Now the envelope, I'm going to take a piece of this striped paper, and here's my envelope flap. I know I love envelope flaps. I just do. I know that some people think that it's a waste of paper, but I just always think about the person going to the mailbox or to their post office box and opening it up, and they see something fancy in there, and they think, ooh, this isn't a bill. This is a nice card from somebody, from one of my friends. So now I shall just take... Well, I'll take these scissors. They happen to be handy, and I'm going to trim this out. And then we have a pretty, pretty, pretty flap so that when that person goes to the mailbox, it's going to be a little surprise before the surprise inside. All right, so there's that. Let me get this out of the way. So there's my envelope flap. There's my card, but yet I'm not done. So my Winky is dry, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these. Now these are retired. These are pearlized enamel effects. It's like a crystal effects, but it's colored. And I'm going to take the red, the real red, and I'm just going to add some dots here. You know what? Let me put this on. There, is that better? Oh, I think that is better. All right, so I'm just going to add these hither and yon, wherever I want to put them. I've got red and I've got pearlized white. So little dots like little shiny bulbs on the tree or shiny lights like that. Now this takes a bit to dry, so we have to be very, very careful that we don't mess it up. But there's that. Okay, then I'm going to take the white. Are they still available? Oh, wow, I didn't know that, Betty. Thanks. That's amazing. Oh, that's great news. Whoops, how come this isn't coming out? Let me see here. Let's go. Let me see what's going on here. Oh, there we go. Okay. All right, put the white. Oh, I'm so glad this is still available. See, I should know my products. Oh, dear. What can you do? You know, I can't keep up with everything. I'm lucky I can keep up with, you know, brushing my teeth and taking a shower. No, I'm just joking about that. That's silly. Okay, there we go. How pretty is this? And with this, when these dry, they just look like, you know, they look like light bulbs, or they look like pretty shiny ornaments. I just think it's really, really pretty. And how easy was that? So here we go. And then you add them to your bonus day order. Exactly. So here it is. Isn't that pretty? Look at how pretty that is. So you can see the little shiny enamel Christmas tree lights. So this is card number 3 for week number 3, Christmas in July. So there is that. And then here is the sympathy card. in Moody Mauve with the convex scoring, and here is this in Lost Lagoon with the concave scoring. So those are what we're going to be doing next week. So I just wanted to show you, I have one more thing to show you. Do any of you follow Sue Campfield? She's a demonstrator. She's got amazing, she's just very creative. Anyway, she came up with this, what she calls a tennis card, I don't know, tennis table, pop-up card. Thank you, Jan. Yes, it is gorgeous. Okay, so look. This is the card that she made. Well, actually, she didn't use this paper. This is the Thoughtful Journey paper. But anyway, look at how pretty that is. I used the scallop contour to cut out 2 of these layers. Then this is from the Unbounded Love dies, these brand new dies. And you can see I popped it up on a dimensional. You can see that. I love the way this cuts it out. It cuts out that nice rectangle and then the inner rectangle, but then you can separate them and you can use them either independently or together. But then when you open it, now this card isn't finished, but I just wanted to show you. When you open it up, you've got those 2 little pop-ups. See, I'm going to hold it like that so you can see. They're like tables. So it's called Table Tennis Pop-Up Card because pretend here is the net and here's the ping pong, or actually I think she calls it a ping pong pop-up card, whatever. Anyway, I haven't finished on the inside. I'm going to put the messages in the inside, but we're going to make these. I'll show you how to do this in a couple weeks. I'll show you how to do this. This is a fun card to make, and it would be for somebody very special. And then, of course, I have to have the envelope with an envelope flap. So there is that. So anyway, that's it, my friends, for today. I'm very excited about the cards that we're going to do next week. I'm going to show you them one more time. Here is the Christmas card. Whoops, there we go. There's the Christmas card. July, Christmas in July. And then here are the sympathy cards. And you can pick whatever color you want. There is this in Lost Lagoon, and here is this in Moody Mauve. Okay. All right, my friends. So I hope you have a great weekend. It's going to be beautiful here for the next few days. I'm very excited about... Thanks for sharing, Betty. Thank you for popping on. I love it. I love it when my friends pop on. Don't forget about bonus days. And that's it. So namaste, my friends. Until next week. Thank you, Jan. Thank you for popping in. Nancy and Betty and Kathy. Thank you all. I really